Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, viewers of all ages, I love to thank you all for stopping by and giving me your time. I am your host, Erick Daniel Coughlin, and this is another episode of Just My Thoughts. Now, today on Just My Thoughts, what we're going to do is finish up the offseason of the NFL. That is right, we've covered every division but one. So today, that one gets covered, and that one happens to be the AFC West. So let's get started. The AFC West, we're going to start off with the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs have made 15 changes to their roster and or signings. You know, new guys, old guys, all in all, 15 signings for your Kansas City Chiefs, starting with quarterback Carson Wentz signed a one-year deal to be the backup to um, Patrick Mahomes. Not that I didn't know that you guys had Patrick Mahomes. I just had to take a second to catch my breath, all right? Moving forward, how about running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire? That's a re-sign. You guys have had Clyde Edwards. You guys are continuing to have Clyde Edwards moving forward. How about, this is interesting, how about running back? How about wide receiver? How about kick returner? How about everything that you need? This is called a offensive specialist. That's what he's listed as on your guys' roster. Lewis Reese Zamir for 3 years. I didn't get the whole ordeal. I don't know the numbers on his contract, but I do know that he was signed for 3 years, and I do know that you guys plan on using him every way possible. That is Lewis Reese Zamir. Moving forward, how about wide receiver Marquez Brown? I like that. Wide receiver Mecole Hardman. I like that. Tight end Travis Kelce stuck around for 2 years, $35 million. Everyone was skeptical that he would retire, and he ended all of the questions that were being asked throughout this offseason. How are you feeling? Are you going to get married? Are you thinking about retirement? Blah, 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 blah. And his answer was, hell no, I'm not going to retire. I want 2 more years, $35 million. They give it to him. How about tight end Irv Smith? Defensive end Michael Dana for 3 years, $24 million. Now, listen, I don't know who Michael Dana is, but for him to be a defensive lineman signed in 3 years, $24 million, that's a pretty good deal. So obviously he's a pretty good player. To get $8 million a year, you have to be worth your money. $8 million a year is no slouch. That's good money. So Michael Dana, 3 years, $24 million. How about defensive lineman Chris Jones, 5 years, $160 million? Everyone was wondering if you guys were going to lose this guy. Everyone was wondering if you guys were going to, tamper with the idea of rebuilding. Everyone thought Kelce was going to retire. Everyone thought Jones would find a new contract. None of that happened. Kelce stuck around and Jones stuck around. 5 years, $160 million. That's a lot of damn dough for defensive lineman, for offensive lineman, for quarterback, for any NFL player, period. That's a lot of dough. Good job, Chris Jones. Moving forward, defensive lineman Derek Nottie. Defensive lineman Tershawn Wharton. How about linebacker Drew Tranquill? Defensive back Dion Bush. Punter Matt Ariza. And long snapper James Winchester. So again, 15 signings. Not all of them are new. Like I said, obviously, Chris Jones, he's been around. Travis Kelce, he's been around. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's been around. So you guys doing what you got to do to stay exactly where you are, which is at the top of your division, and you have been the top of your division for the last 6 seasons. And that being said, with the last 6 seasons, I think you guys got 4 Super Bowl appearances, 3 NFL championships. All in all, you guys are the cream of the crop in the AFC West. You guys have been the cream of the crop for the AFC West near a decade, and you guys are looking to stay at the top of the AFC West and stay cream of the crop of the AFC West. Good job for all you Kansas City Chiefs out there. Moving forward to your Las Vegas Raiders. How you like that? Las Vegas Raiders. They are not the Oakland Raiders. They weren't the Oakland Raiders last year. They're not the Oakland Raiders this year. And they're not ever going to be the Oakland Raiders ever again. That's right. The Raiders are home to the Las Vegas area. Las Vegas, Nevada. You guys are the owners of the Raiders. This is what you guys have done. You signed quarterback Gardner Minshew, 2 years, $25 million. I love that. I love the fact that you guys are willing to extend your hand out to a quarterback that proved that he's not ready to retire. So good job. Running back Amir Abdullah. I don't know, or Abdullah. I don't know who Amir Abdullah is, but you guys signed him. I don't know the the extensions. I don't know if it's 1 year, 3 year, 2 year. I don't know. All I know is his name is Amir Abdullah. He's a running back, and you guys signed him. How about running back Alexander Madison? Now this in itself is a pretty great move. Madison played for the Vikings last year, was drafted by the Vikings. Apparently, the Vikings decided that they wanted Aaron Jones more than they wanted Madison. They let Madison go. You guys said, hey, that dude did pretty damn good. How about we bring him on over? I think that's a great move for you guys. Good job. How about wide receiver Michael Gallup? So you guys signed Michael Gallup, and then he turned around and retired from the NFL. The speculation is he got hurt before training camp. I don't know. He got hurt during the offseason. I don't know what he was doing or where he was at or what was going on, but Michael Gallup decided that he was going to retire from the NFL. It has nothing to do with the fact that he didn't want to be a Raider, because he was looking forward to being teammates with one Devontae Adams. I'm sorry, I went name blank for a second, but Devontae Adams and Michael Gallup were looking forward to playing together. Like I said, I don't know what happened. Something happened during the offseason that forced him to go into retirement. So you guys signed but will not have Michael Gallup. How about wide receiver Jalen Guyton? I don't know wide receiver Jalen Guyton. Defensive lineman Adam Butler. Defensive lineman John Jenkins. And defensive lineman Christian Watkins, 4 years, $110 million. That's huge. That's a lot of money. Nearly half of your salary cap went to one player, and that one player was Christian Watkins. So outside looking in, this is what I think is going on. You guys thought you were going to be great last year. You signed Jimmy Garoppolo. You guys signed a couple of big name free agents, and nothing really happened. Defensively, you guys couldn't get on board. Offensively, you guys could not score. And then Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt, and you guys are forced to go to Aiden O'Donnell. And then obviously Aiden O'Donnell couldn't play. He's not league ready. He's not even in the league embodiment. If you guys had just look at Aiden O'Donnell, the way he's built, he's not built like a quarterback. He's not built like a running back. He's not built like an NFL football player, which is why you guys got Gardner Minshew. So I wish you guys the good luck. I think you guys did pretty good. I mean, I think Gardner Minshew is really going to give you guys the opportunity to play and win and be competitive. I think Alexander Madison is going to give you guys opportunity to play and be competitive. I think Devontae Adams is arguably one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, has been for the last 10 or 12 years. So all in all, I just play hard, play competitive. You never know where this team could go. That's the truth about that. Moving forward to the Chargers, your Los Angeles Chargers. This is what you guys have done for all you Charger fans out there. How about bringing in a quarterback I've never even heard before? Quarterback Easton Stick. I don't know him. Running back J.K. Dobbins. I don't know him. Running back Gus Edwards for 2 years, $7 million. Now you got a good running back out of Gus Edwards, but you didn't pay him a whole lot of money, which means I don't even know how much you guys are planning on playing him. I don't even think he knows how much you guys are planning on playing him. Probably underpaid him. Gus Edwards can play, came from Baltimore, has been in Baltimore a few years, but Baltimore picked up Derrick Henry, so they didn't need him. It's not like he was a crappy player. It's that they upgraded, and so now you guys picked him up, and then you didn't even give him any money. So Gus Edwards. How about wide receiver DJ Shark? You guys got a wide receiver, DJ Shark from the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers has absolutely been garbage. They haven't been able to do nothing. You guys think that you can make something out of nothing. You guys got DJ Shark. How about tight end Will Disley for 3 years, $14 million? How about tight end Hayden Hurst? You guys also, so the package, you guys packaged something. I don't know the whole details on what went down. This was not a free agent thing. This was a trading thing. You guys had worked your magic with the Carolina Panthers. You guys got Hayden Hurst and you guys got DJ Shark from the Carolina Panthers. Again, I don't know all the extent of what went down. All I know is Hayden Hurst and DJ Shark were Carolina Panthers and now Los Angeles Chargers. Moving forward, how about defensive lineman Puna Forward? How about linebacker Bud Dupree, 2 years, $6 million? Hey, you guys are getting good players and you're not paying them very well. Bud Dupree can play. How about linebacker Troy Dye? Linebacker Denzel Perryman. Cornerback Christian Fulton. And safety, Alohi Gilman for 2 years, 11 million. So you guys got 12 signings this offseason, all the way across the board. You guys got some wide receivers, some tight ends, some running backs, some safeties, some cornerbacks, some linebackers. You guys are, widespread across the board, bringing in playmakers to try to make this team competitive because you guys were very disappointing last year. Last year, I thought you guys had potential to make playoffs because I like your quarterback, Justin Herbert. But the fact is, you lost so much damn talent that I don't think that you guys are going to be very competitive at all. You got young. Congratulations on that. You guys are starting to get pieces in place for a rebuild. So I kind of see what you guys are doing, although I don't think that the rebuild's going to work because you didn't get guys filled with talent. You guys got players filled with potential. Now, there's a difference in having potential and having talent, and I think you guys are going to go through that this year. It's what they call growing pains. You guys did not do enough to be competitive moving forward to the final team of this division. The Denver Broncos, the most popular team of this division. They're not the most popular team. The Chiefs have been to 3 Super Bowls, 6 years. They've been unstoppable. This is the Chiefs nation, blah, blah, blah. That's what all these Chiefs fans are saying. But let me tell you something. I'm 36 years old. No one has been talking about the Chiefs until the last near decade. Everyone's talked about the Denver Broncos ever since before I was born. So, yes, the most popular, the most well-known, the biggest team in this division, your Denver Broncos. This is what you guys done. How about you brought in quarterback Zach Wilson? How about you brought in fullback Michael Burton? How about you guys brought in wide receiver Little Jordan Humphrey? Now, I don't know why Jordan Humphrey's name is called Little Jordan Humphrey. I highly doubt on his what do you call that, birth certificate, you're gonna find the word little in it. But however, on this contract, he is known as Little Jordan Humphrey. How about wide receiver Josh Reynolds? 2 years, 14 million, giving him 7 million a year. Okay. How about tight end Adam Trutman? You guys re-signed him. He's been around. Defensive lineman Angelo Blackson. Defensive lineman John Franklin Myers. Defensive lineman Malcolm Roach. 2 years, 8 million, 4 million a year from Malcolm Roach. That's probably underpaid. Malcolm Roach can play. Linebacker Cody Barton. Linebacker Justin Strand. Cornerback Levy Wallace. Safety Brendan Jones, 3-year deal. They didn't give me all the schematics. I looked it up on NFL.com. I looked it up on BroncosNation.com. I looked it up on I binged it. I googled it. I could not find what the deal was outside of you guys signed him for 3 years, and that is Brandon Jones. How about safety PJ Locke, 2 years, 7 million, and then kicker Will Lutz. So that's 14 signings by your Denver Broncos. Um, Zach Wilson, I think this is surprisingly good. What? You think that's good? Zach Wilson ain't done shit in 3 years. He's been in the NFL. Correct. Zach Wilson has not done shit for the last 3 years. He's been in the NFL, but he's played in the New York Jets locker room. He's played with a West Coast offense. He's played with wide receivers who don't even know how to catch the ball. He's been in a rebuild program for the last 3 years of his career. Let me tell you something about Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is a pocket quarterback. He is a mere image of ones of the likes of Eli Manning. Who's Eli Manning? Well, who's Eli Manning? Eli Manning is little brother to Peyton Manning, who won 2 Super Bowls. The only 2 Super Bowls he won. Guess who he put out? Your New England Patriots. So if Zach Wilson can play like Eli Manning, the odds are the Denver Broncos got somebody pretty fucking good. Good job, Denver Broncos. Let's talk about something else you did pretty fucking good. I like Brandon Jones. I like PJ Locke. I like Michael Burton, a fullback. Hey, first of all, I said this already once. I'll say this again. I like when teams sign fullbacks. Fullbacks help plug up holes or create holes for your running backs. They are very important. They are lead blockers. They are blockers for your quarterback, for your running back. They can be blockers for your tight ends on Paggle routes. To sign a fullback is a good thing. You guys got a good one. You didn't just sign a fullback. You signed one of the better fullbacks in the NFL, Michael Burton. Good job. You beefed up your defensive line. You know the one thing for sure last year, your defense sucked last year. You guys know that right off the bat. So what did you do? You brought in 5 brand new guys to help beef up that line. Like every defensive player on your defensive line are brand new guys. You did not re-sign anybody. You brought in all new faces, and you're gonna have a hell of a time in training camp. You're gonna have a hell of a time in preseason. You guys are gonna be fighting and battling and fighting and battling. You guys are kind of rebuilding without having to rebuild. That's kind of genius, and it's kind of sneaky, and it's kind of brilliant all at the same time. All I can say is damn good job by the Denver Broncos. I think you guys are going to be competitive. Are you going to win your division? Probably not. But are you going to be competitive and probably kick more people's ass than what people think? Absolutely. People are laughing at you because your quarterback, Zach Wilson. No one's going to be laughing when Zach Wilson throws over 3,000 yards this year because that's going to happen. What? You think that's going to happen? I know that's going to happen. I think he's going to be the second best quarterback in this division. What? Second best quarterback? Don't you know Justin Herbert plays in this division? Yes, I know Justin Herbert plays in this division, but I also know that Justin Herbert lost all his fucking weapons. I also know that the Los Angeles Chargers are going through a complete rebuild. I also know that there's no one else in this division outside of Justin Herbert, outside of Patrick Mahomes, and now Zach Wilson that can even be competitive. Oh, you said you like Gardner Minshew. What's wrong? Now all of a sudden you're backtracking on Gardner Minshew. I'm not backtracking on Gardner Minshew. I think Gardner Minshew took the league by storm last year playing for the Indianapolis Colts. I think he did a great job. However, I also know this about Gardner Minshew that a lot of people don't know about Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew was trying to retire and then got a call to be a backup to a rookie, and he took the deal. All right. Then he blew up and started kicking everybody's ass. So then Los Angeles or Las Vegas is like, hey, won't you try to do that over here? And we'll sign you to a couple of years. We'll give you a couple of years to figure it out. You're either going to retire or you're going to be really good. You don't know. We don't know. We're willing to bet on you. Are you willing to play? He said yes. You guys accepted him. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to break down this division. It's time to pick a winner. Time to pick a loser. Time to tell you who's hot and who's not. And we're going to start with, obviously, you cannot discount the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs to win this division, obviously. They have been winning this division. They're going to continue to win this division. It's just what's happening in the NFL right now. We're under a new era. We talked about this on another podcast, another episode of the brand new season, that the league is under a new era. And in this new era that we are under, the Chiefs are owning it. So, Kansas City being number 1. Denver Broncos being number 2, I'm telling you, Zach Wilson is going to change the direction of this team. Building the defensive line is going to help change the direction of this team. I think Denver Broncos number 2. I think the Las Vegas Raiders will be the 3rd team in this division. I like Gardner Minshew. I just don't know how much Gardner Minshew has in the tank. I don't even think the Raiders know how much Gardner Minshew has in the tank. I think that the Raiders are willing to just bet because that's what they do in Nevada, right? That's what they do in Vegas. It's all about bets, and they're betting that he can still play. So it's high hopes for all you Raiders fans. I see you in 3rd place. And then for all you Chargers fans out there, I hate to break your hearts, but I think you lost way too much talent to even be remotely competitive. Yes, I think that Alexander Madison can play, but I think he's young. He's only been in the league a couple of years. You guys don't even know what you bought. You guys bought hopes. Yes, I think Justin Herbert can play quarterback pretty good, but I don't think he has no one to throw the ball to, and that's going to be the downfall. I think this is going to be the worst offensive season in Justin Herbert's career. And I don't think it's Justin Herbert's fault. I think it's the organization's fault. I think you guys failed to build an offensive program. In fact, what you guys did was give up all your weapons. You gave up Everett to Chicago. Thank you. You gave up Allen to Chicago. Again, thank you. You gave up Mike Williams to, I forgot who Mike Williams went to. We just talked about him last episode. The Jets. That's who he went to. So all your offensive weapons that you had around Justin Herbert, you completely let go of. And then you failed to bring in huge names, superstar names. You let go of superstar names, and you didn't replace them with superstar names. You placed them with young talent around the league that you think is going to be competitive, that you think can help stay remotely, on top of things. Excuse me for that. Sorry, guys. But here's the thing. I don't think that you guys did. I think you guys did a terrible job. I think you guys are going to be the last place in this division, even though you got a good quarterback. I don't think a quarterback can make a team. The NFL is made up of a 53-man roster. You have to have more than just one good player on your team. That's what the problem is. Hey, you want to know why Atlanta was never a Super Bowl team back in the late 90s and the early 2000s? They had one good player. Yes, they had one good player. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, we're going to be at badass. We got Michael Vick. Well, that's all they had was Michael Vick. Guess how often badass they were? They were never badass just because they kept on banking on Michael Vick. Guess what you guys are doing? You guys are banking on Justin Herbert. If you're banking on one player on a 53-man team, that one player is not going to get you anywhere. Again, Kansas City Chiefs, 15 new players, first place in the division. Again, Denver Broncos, 14 new players, second place team in this division. Las Vegas Raiders, 8 new players, third place team in this division. And last but not least, the Los Angeles Chargers, 12 new players and dead last team in this division. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed what you heard, you like what you see, always feel free to cash at me, Erick Daniel Coughlin, hashtag Coughlin Pride. Have a nice day.